Good morning, viewers at home. Good morning, viewers at home. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Africa. I am Barrister in Africa. I am Barrister Pink Egbe. Welcome to the Bumper Breakfast Show.
I don't know.
Pink Egbe. Welcome to the Bumper Breakfast Show.
I don't know how to actually describe the way Ro is looking this morning. And at first, when I saw him, the way Ro is looking this morning. And at first, when I saw him, I pretended as
you just pick it and come and just before the award. But I mean, it's time to expose her. You can't collect award in public and want to celebrate in private. Collect award in public and want to celebrate in private. So we have carbonated drinks and we have some other drinks and cake and some snack to snack up on to celebrate Vera. We don't have it like on ground now, but impact and still making impact. Stanley always get to say something that after service to God is service to humanity, and I believe something that after service to God is service to humanity, and I believe that the reward for good. I mean, why they not give them achievement award?
You understand? You understand?
They have achieved a lot of pockets. It made them come back to life, and the weaknesses are around.
aiding and helping you out. Thank God. It's my first Lifetime Achievement Award, and I took it very seriously. Lifetime Achievement Award, and I took it very seriously because it means a lot to me. For Delta State, I've gotten an award before, but this one was a massive one, and I thank God, thank my parents, my friends, and the viewers. Thank you all. Thank you all. We're celebrating behind the camera, but I'll tell you what we're going to celebrate with. This is Niger, and it's happening live after the show. Well, today lots of things happened, and I wasn't in Lagos. I went to receive that award in Delta State, Isoko precisely, and coming to Lagos, the road again. I didn't want to in Lagos. I went to receive that award in Delta State, Isoko precisely, and coming to Lagos, the road again. I didn't want to stress this because the governor spoke yesterday saying he's going to do the Warri Sapele Road. Honestly, that was like a death trap. And I came back and straight to the hospital. Honestly, straight to the hospital. If you cannot access, you don't have enough funds to fly, you just have to take the routes. And I don't like taking it, but I had no option at that time. This is a story for another day, but thank God the governor came yesterday to saying that it's a federal road, but the state is they're going to fix it so that they can do a refunds for them. They're going to fix it so that they can do a refunds for them. It's not a good thing at all, where you're traveling and in a country like this, and monies are given, and things are not properly done. Even in Lagos State, from Ajah, if you go from Ajah, you're Chevron downwards, the roads are.
I was in Osakpa, London. That's what, yes, on Saturday in the evening. And when you're not conversant, Victoria Island like that is a federal road. But the potholes were like, we enter it, come out again, and come on.
Until they should get to Marua.
No, immediately, Victoria, yes, if you are immediately does get. So the truth about this whole thing is that the federal government should also look, they use the money they use in building that coastal road to repair all the federal roads first. Let it be motorable. So
yeah,
I wish them well.
What do you feel about our roads these days?
The greedy government.
Maybe some.
No, I'm not removing some. I mean, I'm not removing some.
Add all of them.
Because they know what to do that is right. Example now is the Minister for Finance and coordinating minister for Economy is sick, and yesterday he has been transferred to an hospital in the United Kingdom. If you fix it, because they have the funds to take themselves outside this country for 3 leaves. If Ikoyi, Banana Island, Victoria Island, you see from Lekki phase 1 down to Ajah, Lakwe, I mean, it's more like upcoming millionaires that stays in that place.
I was still saying second class.
But when you get to that Ikoyi, there's not. Why do you think they had to force the NSAS protest down? Because it was a life threatening to the wealthy people that stays around that side. So they had to do everything possible to bring it down. So if you talk about the roads coming from Delta, I mean some state roads that are federal roads, I'm not going to fix it. And sometimes when they fix it, they overcharge the federal government. True. And they know. True. And in this country, to steal, you have to do a project. And sometimes you feel like, no, I can't do it, it's federal road. Eventually, they will not pay me. Why not do those roads so that your name will be written with golden pen? But they prefer to steal the money instead of to use the money to create for themselves, a very beautiful history. They will not do that. So to me, I just think somebody recently was saying something and said, see, one of the reasons why Nigeria is bad today, aside from some secrets that we have, another reason is our governors. They are, I wanted to say they are thieves.
No, don't say that.
No, please, I don't want to be, no, Vera, I don't want to be nice. That is all we know. The president increased the state allocation. The FAC was increased from about 5 trillion to 15 trillion. Now the governors are earning, they are collecting money from federal government, and we are not seeing anything. In short, a lot of governors from opposition party are now defecting to the APC because you get more benefit. However, Adams Oshiomhole said, well, you join our parties, your sins are forgiven. So when I forgive your sins, then I get to give you the sweet and the goodies. So a lot of the, let me not generalize this time around and borrow Vera's words. Most of the governors are the problems of this country.
Is there a percentage to that?
Maybe 99.9.
Most.
Maybe 99.9.
That's why I told him to give us a percentage.
You have 1 or 2 persons not part of this.
And that's why I told him to give us a percentage, because from the percentage I
That
will know
is
if
not-
1 or 2 persons are not part of
See,
it.
when you see somebody who wants to work here, you work selflessly. You don't put your interest first or your party interest first.
Right.
But in Nigeria today, you hardly have election there, and this guy wants to get in for second time. So we do anything to get in. That when politicians are doing, why will you even say politics is a dirty game at first when you should know that you should play politics in the info? But you call it a dirty game. Why? Because of your own interest. Now roads are bad. There is no good water. That Lekki you have just mentioned, their water is what we call Eruku Oshodi. That
Brown,
year,
yes.
very brown.
Very
You
brown.
understand? I was at Lekki some times ago. I bathed with about 2 bags of pure water.
Hey.
And my hanger there was, I had to use it to cut it and put it in bucket and cut. And before I know they bath again. I have friends there that will go and carry water. They are swimming pools. They don't bath. They don't swim there rather. They reserve the water for the bad days that are coming.
Yes.
So they go there to
pick,
that.
I have friends that have houses. They don't swim there.
Let me explain. I don't reserve water because if you are renting an apartment, you should know where you're going to rent your apartment in, the area and the rest. Most waters are treated and you have the treated plant behind you. So why do you
where? You don't Vera, you will not explain my own experience.
No, I don't know
right?
where you went to.
I don't want to mention it because I will just damage that estate. And they did not rent the house. They built the house.
For the person to have a pool,
it's their house.
Yeah.
Sometimes when they even order for water before they will bring the water.
They hold up because they will face.
That means they didn't treat their water. And of course, it's not their
fault. But the larger percentage on the island don't have a treated water anyways.
Treated water is costing about 1 million now there, 1.5.
So what's the government now doing? Knowing for the fact that a very significant resource is a very significant thing in life, water. And you're not doing anything, and you are governing the people,
this,
and you say you are not
water
selfish.
Corporation, the one under that Sulere, opposite Sulere Stadium, that's where their office is. They should even prioritize this thing, like saying, Lekki, they need water, we need to extend our pipes and build it well, and they will make a lot of money for me because it's a very clean water.
You are building houses, you are increasing taxes in all of those places. The
The
rents are
things
going
people
up.
really need.
Roads are bad.
People are not seeing benefit of the tax they are paying.
Before 5, I left before 5.
And you think you are governing people? That's a joke now. That's a joke. You just say, you check. Lagos is making one of the local government that is making money most in Nigeria today is Etiosawan. They are making billions of naira.
And they did not think of
the people that live
there.
You understand? So you have local government. People are not.
We used to have water. I used the government water before with a card, like your ATM card. But I don't know what happened. That has stopped.
So if you still go to Osun State, all those civil servants or civil service states, you will see pipe. But it might just come once in a month. You just say water is coming and water is so if they fetch water once, Do you expect them to use it for the next 2 weeks?
Okay, let's also take some things making the rounds in the newspapers today, this morning. I want to start with this that is, when I came into Lagos, welcomed me. Marketers blamed depots as petrol nears 1,000 per litre. Yesterday we got that for 950 per litre. Some selling 1,000 per litre. We don't know what happened, how it happened. I don't know why we are still getting fuel for this price.
I believe there's I think Dangote, I think they're having a little bit of challenges this time around, and all of a sudden people started increasing their pump price. It was like 900, the next thing in the afternoon it was 950, and it's getting to 1,000 naira. But I just pray they fix the challenges. But the truth about this whole thing, there was something Dangote said in between the strikes they were having. He's saying that we should not discourage investors, because the way Nigerians do attack private businesses that is fixing what the government is supposed to fix, they are being somehow attacked as if they want to take over the country and all that. So he saw a loophole and invested. I hope you understand. So he's somehow covering where the government cannot cover. That we should not discourage people that want to invest with the way we behave towards private owned businesses.
Yeah, but because NNPCL increased pump fuel price.
That should be NNPCL. That's why, there's something they call healthy competition, right? By now, I don't know the challenges he's facing. If there's a saboteur in between, he did not disclose. You understand? But the main fact that for him to make that statement that we should not discourage private companies that want to come in and invest, maybe the same thing the government have done before or something like that. So we should encourage private business that want to cover up the loopholes where our government could not get to us. So.
Okay, I'm going to read this, and it's so disheartening. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC Limited, has increased petrol price to 992 per litre in Lagos and 995 per litre in Abuja. And on Monday, the cable observed that the new price has taken effect across several NNPC retail outlets in both cities. But we didn't see this coming. We don't, amidst the hardship Nigerians are facing. Because when you increase pump price, you notice that house rent is going to increase, full stops, because they bring it from a location to the other, from the villages to the city. Transportation, commuters are going to put monies, and all of these things are happening at the same time. We don't understand, and nobody's coming to explain.
Exactly.
That's the issues we have with this country. No communication. There's communication gap, and we need someone to come to tell us, why are we in this state? Because the state is really pathetic.
It is pathetic, because I know that. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Someone like me that like going to the markets almost every week, I see the prices change. Except if you are somebody that goes to the market once in a month, you might not understand that there's a slight difference on what you bought last month that is different. But this is weekly increase, especially when it involves fuel. The beans you are buying 1,400 maybe per derica.
Yeah.
Just because of this increase, you see it 1,600. So that 200 naira, if you believe that according to the way you earn, that it means nothing to you, it actually means something to somebody, because that can actually buy 4 seasonal cube. You understand? So people don't know that when you are going to the market, also think about other people. Don't just price because you believe I can. Because by the time you tell them how much is this fish, they'll tell you that, those roll 2,000. You say, why is it 2,000? You have to learn to ask questions on behalf of those that cannot afford it. Because by the time you buy the 2K and the poor ones, they come, they'll tell you, I beg, come from my market. The people that will buy. So you have to, yes, I question them a lot, and they're always wondering, are you that have car? They don't know that people also work hard for their money. So even 100 naira difference can even make your market destabilize and say, oh, I was not planning for this.
I always will appreciate Pink Republic, because our market survey experiences every time. I hear. That gives me a knowledge of what I'm going to meet in the market.
But
I read this before I call Rio to talk on this. Marketers blame depots as petrol nears 1,000 per litre. Amidst worsening supply challenges and rising pump prices, petrol marketers are beginning to move to import petrol inadequately as the commodity moves close to 1,000 per litre mark across major cities in the country. Marketers said supply constraints and production issues at the Dangote Petroleum Refinery sparked the fresh pressure in the downstream oil market. The National Publicity Secretary of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Chinedu Okadike, confirms the development in telephone interviews with Punch on Tuesday. According to him, members of the depot and the Petroleum Product Market Association of Nigeria are concluding arrangement to begin petrol importation as part of the effort to stabilize retail prices. Remember that this came up some few months ago when Dangote was having issues, and they are saying there's no difference between when they were importing fuel and now, even with the availability of fuel from Dangote, they had issues here and there. Now the marketers are blaming this, are blaming that. Them. What's your take on this?
Well, people need to understand that, firstly, ever since the removal of fuel subsidy, of course, we have to face problem not for months but for years before we can get to, have this economic stability. Number one is, as a Nigerian, we relax too much on our oil, and we feel like, that's the only source of income so everybody wants to put pressure on the petrol sector or industry there. So that alone can actually make us fall because we have ignored every other thing. And that's why, I appreciate the president that he wants to make a $1 trillion economy in the absence of fuel, and then he wants to tax and use other things. Though. Now, when Dangote refinery was done, we were happy. We thought, this is one of the biggest solutions to our problems, and we never knew. This is like monopolizing the market for this person. And this guy was able, to market his refinery, his company, his product.
It's a business.
Yes, it's a business anyways. And I know one thing that I know for sure, that Dangote is the largest employer of labor after federal government. So it's like after government is Dangote when you come to economy. So it's playing a very vital role when it comes to economic stability, right? Now we have rested too much on him because he now supplies this MRS and some other person. He still said there is a level of fuel you will buy, he will bring it to you free of charge. You understand? And this made him to say, I'm going to buy 4,000 natural gas, something, truck to deliver petrol, and that caused another issue in Dangote. Now there is a glitch in the Dangote refinery because we have rested too much on Dangote. Because number one, people said his fuel is good. Number two, is kind of cheaper than that of NNPCL. So we rested so much on it. And now that there is a disruption in Dangote, there is glitch in Dangote, and now it's like a computer that shuts down, and you are trying to find out, what's happening. Just like when banks can just chop our eyes sometimes, and the network, and they will tell you there's a problem. People can't make calls, you can't browse. Everybody starts panicking, shouting. Well, it's the same thing now that is going on with Dangote, but because there is too much of relax on Dangote, and that's why we are facing this problem. And guess what? We should not face this problem if Nigerians are not greedy, not just the government. So a lot of people now have fuel in their station. They decided not to sell because they don't know what is coming up next. So people who are supposed to sell for $8.50 now, because of the problem they heard, and that's how we do in this country. Everybody skyrockets your prices, inflation, increased prices. Now a lot of people close down their stations and say, we don't have fuel, we can't buy fuel. Meanwhile, they have. And this is where government comes in. There is no checks and balance in Nigeria economy. Everybody only focus on the president, on the governor. There are other things we need to focus. There is what's it called? There is what do I want to call it? There's like a sector that covers for all these things. There are government parastatals, yes, that should monitor all these things. You cannot have fuel and not sell, knowing for the fact that if we don't buy it for generator, we'll buy it for movement, especially for transportation. So you should always sell. Your petrol should not be kept inside that place. Sell it when you have it, but people are not doing. So you wait for something you bought, you were supposed to sell for 850. When there is problem, you shut down. Then you come back like you're a solution provider. You start selling for 1-2. So people thought, oh, you're a good person. You are the only person that is selling. It's just expensive. Meanwhile, it's only one filling station that whenever other station increases their prices, they don't increase, and it's owned by a woman. To say no, sell for the normal price. Sell, if they buy it finished, once it's done, but sell for the normal price. But government are not even regulating all those things. Why? Because if you check most of these petrol stations, you call Mobi, you call Ohando, you call these, people just have the license to have that business in their name. They are not the persons controlling that business or those petrol stations directly. No. And who pays that price? The people. So now we rely so much on the government, and now NNPCL, this is a big fault on them, because how will you give Dangote that energy, that strength? It's like president giving somebody opportunity to make decision in the country.
It's really pathetic, because we have our refineries and we have modular refineries.
The Port Harcourt refinery, they said it's done.
I think we are not taking note that it was NNPC that announced the new price. Are they saying all this why they don't have like their own kind of petrol that we come in between, because this is the time for them to sell themselves? Oh, Dangote is having a glitch,
but they were forced to increase the price. And is there something, am I smelling something?
Like, so that's how I feel.
Yes, now, because it's looking like it now.
It's looking like it.
Because
where's the glitch coming from?
Dangote will always tell you, I'm a businessman.
He's a businessman.
If the country is not ready to do things, and he's ready, he has the resources, he has the funds, he has everything that will make him make monies from you guys, well, go ahead.
But remember, the federal government respond to the other competitor in their sugar. Is it Boa or the other?
Yes,
one?
Boa.
He said, go and fix your price. That was what the federal government said to him when he complained, his long complaint, and the only thing federal government replied, say, go and fix your price.
Just that we are
okay, let's take some of the papers. Let's take Tribune. Today's Tribune said PDP suffers multiple losses in Enugu, Bauchi, and Kaduna. And the writer says Enugu governor defects to APC. Bauchi senator, 3 Kaduna reps leave party. Damagun legal advisor clash in court. We have Enugu has joined Bauchi and Kaduna. Things are really happening. Are we making Nigeria a one-party system?
No, it's not a one-party system. For now, PDP has been facing challenges, especially when Atiku, VP Atiku, left the party, right? Yeah. And a lot of people started following suit. There's one or two things coming from Wike. Sometimes like this. I'll see Minister Wike. Sorry to say, but you scare people, because there was a time PDP was thinking about Obi, and his response was even scary for anybody that wants to come. It's as if he had his own, how will I say, this is how I want it to be like. So I would say a lot of people are more or less running away from the party, because they don't understand who is really the chairman and who is handling the party. Because it's like if they try to bring out their head, somebody from Abuja might just be screaming and say, God forbid bad thing, or over my dead body or something like that. So I will not see that. I will not stop anybody for decamping. But guess what? You should not decamp on a party's prosperity, because you got that position as that from that party.
Well, you heard what the governor said. He did that
because
of prosperity for the state. So if you are not in APC, doesn't mean that you cannot
1999 constitution that is still being amended, they are still on it, says that anybody that would decamp, that have used that party, so it's a criminal offense somehow.
But they've been doing it and nothing happened.
No, they've not implemented it. But the truth about this whole thing, he's a lawyer. I think he's a lawyer. Yes, he's a lawyer. So maybe he had to do it now before they implement the new constitution.
Well, still in Nigerian Tribune, we have Obori, that's Sheriff, governor of Delta State, flagged up reconstruction of Warri Sapele Bini Road. I must commend him for this. I must commend him, because that road is not good at all. I will just move away from, This one, before we move away to the next paper, The Nation. Federal government drops mathematics as requirement for admission for art students. Yeah, moving away from Tribune, we take some of the stories, one or two from The Nation newspaper.
The Nation, banner headline, Mba joining APC, not out of fear, but for prosperity.
So.
I like the way Rio reacted now. He said, so this is not fair, honestly.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We are still breaking news here.
The president is the president for all parties,
yes,
for everybody, for an electorate. It shouldn't be because you are not in his party.
You people should be coming that. There's still more news that we shake here.
I want to react on that too. Apparently, if you check the East, I will rate Umba as the most working governor. I mean, but at this junction, he's scared.
Why?
It's a normal thing to be scared. See, if it was easy for Soludo to have defected to APC, it would, but ABGA is that Eastern party. You can, even if you want to do anything, you respect Ojukwu. You have to keep that legacy.
There's sentiments attached to that.
So you can be ABGA physically and be APC internally, mentally and whatever lead that follows. But you see, for Peter Umba, you know, we talk about what's that Unaji? I mean, that guy, that resigned ministers, and we're like, okay,
the conspiracy theory that
this
he
guy
needs to be out.
This guy might want
to become the
governor. To me,
governor.
Umba is smart. Somebody allegedly said Umba was behind that guy's downfall.
Allegedly.
And yes, I said it. And then they might want to pay back. But see, Adams Oshiomhole said, and I quote once again, once you join our party, your sins are forgiven. So if Umba has messed up Naji and he has joined APC now, automatically his sins are forgiven. But you know why I don't really want to blame him? He was the first governor in the East that said, if you sit at home on Monday, consider your business gone. It shows you don't want the prosperity of Enugu State. And he has been watching. He's not capping.
It's just that
so if he feels
the state people are not really happy that we're moving, but have no option than
the state people are not happy that what?
Some of people coming up to say,
they are opposition party. It's a normal
why
thing.
will you move when you're already doing the right thing? You know, you're doing the right thing. You need another prosperity.
So the thing is, Vera, if you have your biological son, and now you have like an adopted son, right? There will always be privilege.
We shouldn't be doing.
No, you will not see. You will not have 1 billion, and you want to write your will, and you will say they should share it. I'm not done. Wait, and you say they should share 500 million. It's not possible. You give somebody more privilege than the other, and that's what is happening when you are not in the president party. It's a normal thing that when you are there, you are plus he wants the grace of Tinubu. Election is coming. This guy already promised to deliver Enugu. Last election, Labour cleared all the states in the east, and this guy in Anambra promised to deliver APC for Tinubu. This one promised to deliver APC for Tinubu. Obuzodinma promised to deliver APC. Ifeanyi in Ebonyi promised to. The only place Tinubu would have problem and is already having Abia State. So this man is playing his game. These guys are not calling.
Is it right playing this game? Is it the right thing?
It has never been right, and they will continue to play because we are not ready to face the right.
Let's take one more papers, one more story from The Nation. Then we'll move to the Punch. We've taken one before.
Okay. So from the riders, I will take credit in mass, not mandatory, for arts in new admission policy.
There's another thing. Next time we're going to take that topic. Rio, one more. Well, just one from Punch.
Which one do I want to take?
This is the hottest topic. Like we have to discuss.
We have to go on a break, but I want you to take this one.
Fresh hike worsen inflation fears. Communers face higher transportation fare. Dangote targets 600 million litre supply to stabilize markets. Well, let me just stop there for that. I mean, other stories that are here you have already mentioned in those papers.
Okay, we will go on this break now. When we come back, we have a guest, and you will enjoy this segment. Let's go on this break. We'll be right back.
Progress no dey happen just like that. It dey come from support when you need am.
Mommy, I got the school fees. You too much.
Na money point o.
Money point, thank you.
Customer, na transfer abi? Confirm.
Bro, na transfer.
Na money point oga. Oh, na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind when you know say payment go land as sure banker. Progress na small wind wey dey carry person go far.
No worry, yourself go make am. Mo go buy ball.
Victor, even you dey use money point?
Of course na, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money point, made for your progress.
Prepare to cabin for landing.
I hope there shall be no trouble.
Stop doing that! I was so excited to have you here.
I would tell you, you're gonna get whooped again. Who is coming?
You little girl.
Ria, are you ready?
Welcome back. In this segment, we want to look at the role of surveyors in mapping flood risk zone in Nigeria. We just talked about that during the first segment where we're looking at the roads that are really bad in Nigeria. And one cannot just keep quiet over it. We need to prefer some solutions and get people that can help us out. Right now, we have our guests in the studio. We have Olukayode Ogundare, the Vice Chairman, Nigerian Institution of Surveyors, Lagos State Branch. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And welcome to the studio.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning to you.
And good morning, viewers.
Well, we're looking at the roads now. The rains are still up and the roads are dilapidated everywhere. It's messy. There's traffic gridlocked everywhere you go to, especially in Lagos. As the Vice President and the surveyor, tell us first what you think is happening here.
Thank you very much. We all have witnessed a lot of reports on floodings here and there. And because we know that when there is flood, there will be loss of life, there will be loss of property, even the economic activity will be paralyzed. So there is need for a proactiveness. There's need for us to make all hands on deck so that we will manage or we control or we mitigate flooding. We are in rainy season. One of the contributing factors to flood is heavy rain. And that's why if you listen to weather reports, they will tell you that in so place, they should evacuate that place because there may be tendency to be flooded. So surveyors are also involved in predicting areas that are liable to be flooded. We call it vulnerability mapping.
Okay.
Surveyor is interested in predicting based on our gathering data to predict that this place, they are prone to flood area. Okay, what are the necessary to do? Surveyor also provide information on how to combat it or how to mitigate it.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for that. I think I have a lot of questions to ask you if time permits us, and I want to work on that time. Now, when you talk about mapping risk zone,
yes,
a lot of people don't even understand it practically. And let's take an example of those places that Lagos State government will go and then start demolishing people's house and start saying, oh, they build close to the lake, close to the this, close to that. And then I believe before they build, they had surveyor who helped them map out their roads. And as the vice chairman here in Lagos, right, I think we need to ask you, is it that there's like a faction in your association or there are some people who are so much incompetent that don't see the future. Because it looks like, I don't know if you guys, are technologically worked now, because the world has gone digital. So we believe that as the world is revolving, you should, be innovative enough about it. But then it's getting to look like the surveyors in Nigeria are not competent, they are not capable, because at the end run, the people stand to lose. Because after calling surveyor, so imagine, for example, in some estates in Lekki where Lagos State government demolished people's houses, we believe that the first person that should be arrested or should be questioned or the surveyor who map out that land for them. But it doesn't look like your association is even doing anything on that. Oh, they demolished so places, let's go. Who were the surveyor you gave this job to? And you call them and we get to know, so that we separate the dirty away from the beans. I mean, what's your take on that?
Oh, thank you very much. I want us to know that so many public, they don't know difference between professional surveyor and the so-called quote and unquote the quack.
Okay.
Majority of people, because they want to cut corners, they will not go and patronize the professionals. And most of them, after the consequence, they believe that it's the responsibility of the surveyor. As a matter of fact, surveyor in Nigeria, we are well trained. We pass through a prerequisite training to become a surveyor. We have all intellectualities. We have technology at our disposal. We embrace technology. So we are very competent. But majorly, some people, when they buy land, before they pay, they will not do what we call search. Most cases of demolition you hear there and there, per se is not the fault of surveyor. Some people encroach into different use. They are what we call land use. They are land that is government acquired land. People will not bother to do findings.
But surveyor is not supposed to know that too.
Yes, surveyor is supposed to know that, but people will have gone ahead to buy land before they conduct the search. So what now come to survey is, I give you my land to survey. Good enough, the surveyor in Lagos State, when we work accordingly, we have the product that we give to our client to tell the client that this particular land is an acquired land, is within revocation or is a freehold land. So it's left for the client to take further steps before start construction.
Okay.
You can't even know the status of land unless you get some survey data.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Vera. I just want to ask this again. You would notice that in the recent time in Nigeria, flooding looks to be taking over everywhere, and of course destroying people's property even before government come to say, oh, we are going to do this. And I'd like to hear the role of surveyor in trying to make things right in Nigeria. Example, you remember what happened in Kogi, what happened in Bayelsa, even Lagos, Ogun State, and now the driver that took me today was already telling me, oh, this water is coming out again. And sometimes we believe surveyors should play, a vital role. I just want to ask, is it that you're advising the government they are not listening, or you're advising the people they are not listening? Because there is problem. A lot of farmland are dead as we speak, and people are hungry. There are a lot of factors contributing to to the breakdown of Nigeria economy. And when it comes to land and surveyor, is a very significant part. So I'd like to ask you, what step are you taking, your association, to help solve this flooding problem and its risk?
Oh, thank you very much. To start with, I will even tell you that our training that we are planning in our association next year in Lagos State still look at this particular aspect of surveying, intelligent flood hazard mapping.
Okay.
We are training our members. Yes, I want to tell you that there are a lot of factors that can lead to flood. Like flooding is a natural disaster. There are natural factors that can cause it. For example, when we have heavy downpour, heavy rain, it can lead to flood. But the role of surveyor in that regard is that surveyor has the capability to predict areas that are likely to experience flood. For example, in Lagos State, you will agree with me, Lagos State is in a low level, majority of part of Lagos is in low level area. Even some places in Lagos State are below sea level. When I talk below sea level, I mean the height of the water to the ground. Some area in Lagos State are even negative value. So, surveyor has the capability to tell government or to come up with data that will send signal to government that this place, this particular location is a floodplain area. Floodplain area, that is, these are places that when river overflow, the rivers will take over all this place. And in zoning or in land law, it is the duty of government to ensure that those areas that are liable to be prone to flood are not given approval for people to reside. Also, in Lagos or in some part of Nigeria that are well developed, the urbanization is a challenge to flood. We have people that will.
What do you mean urbanization is a challenge?
That is development.
Yeah.
Development.
People are now going towards where they are not.
For example, when there is rain, the downpour.
Yeah.
There are certain percentage of rain that will be percolated into the soil.
Okay.
But you see here and there we have cemented the surface. We have built on the surface. That is not a problem. But we're supposed to make provision. That's why you see drains and channels. What we see these days is that people block drains. People go ahead to build on channels, on canals and all the rest. People's activities are affecting the river banks. Some people go ahead to dump refuse and everything, they thereby increase the depositions on the river channels. Though when you have a river channel of a particular width and the sand and all refuse has already filled the rivers, you know it will have a limited capacity to hold water. So when it gets to the brim, the next is to spread to the left and right, the adjacent side.
So what's the solution you are looking at?
The solution is that the government has to look at master plan. And the master, yes, ma'am.
Go ahead. I have some questions for you.
Has to look at the master plan. There are some area that is in the master plan as a flood-prone areas, and they should enforce law so that people will not call and build on flood-prone area.
So we have a master plan.
I will go on this break.
Yes.
I want you to, enlighten us more. Let's go on the break.
Progress no dey happen just like that. It dey come from support when you need am.
Mommy, I got the school fees. You too much.
Na money point o.
Money point, thank you.
Customer, na transfer abi? Confirm.
Bro, na transfer.
Na money point oga. Oh, na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind when you know say payment go land as sure banker. Progress na small wind wey dey carry person go far.
No worry, yourself go make am. Mo go Bible.
Victor, even you they use money point?
Of course now, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money Point, made for your progress.
The only way to win this fight is for one of you to bring home a husband. Who do you think you are? Silver white, just like you.
Show me who will take over as Ozusi and Oyinsi of Ndiani when I journey to Eligwe.
Do you think that the path to greatness does not require great sacrifices? The price has changed.
Welcome to Niger Steppers Showdown.
We're competing for the Niger Steppers Showdown.
Gbogbo tí Abọ́bakú bá fẹ́ ní gbogbo òlú gbọ́dọ̀ bá fẹ́.
Abọ́bakú gba ilẹ̀ bàbá yín.
Èmi ẹkùn nìkan pẹ́rán nìkan dájẹ́ èmi ọ̀tá gbẹ̀rẹ̀ níjà. Èmi dẹ̀ ní ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kejì òrìṣà.
Mgbe nsogbu adịrọ, oge elugo mgbe m na-agwa ndị a na m abụrụ egwu achụtaba n'aka were agba.
Sabon tauraron Arewa ya dawo. Mafi girma, mafi karfi kuma mafi daukar hankali.
Driving makawan ATM nipa driving slow.
Zan wuce kushewa. Zango na biyu. Waka ce, sha'awa ce, tafiya ta ci gaba.
Welcome back. Well, before we went on that break, the guest was explaining how we can mitigate all of these issues, but I want to add one or two questions so that they can add to it. We're looking at surveyors contributing to the guidelines and policies. How can are they part of the policies of the government, especially to flood risk management in Nigeria? And what do they do? And you also talked about your initiative. Can we hear those initiatives you've taken? So we can look at it together and see where the fault is. Is it from us? Is it from the people? Is it from government? Is it from the kind of policies our governments are taking?
Yeah, thank you, Ma. Yes, as I was explaining, the disaster can be managed. That is, we can handle it, we can control it if we put some measures in place. For example, it is possible we have what we call the terrain model of a place. The terrain model means that you want to see those that are low, those that are high. You want to see how water will flow, where water will go. These maps are produced by surveyor. Data to produce this map are captured by state in. As we are synergizing with the, of recent, we know that the Office of Surveyor of Federation is now taken to presidency. And when it comes to environmental issues like this, it is the Office of Surveyor of Federation that are in charge. So what NI, Nigerian of Surveyor, does is to synergize with the OSGov, the Office of Surveyor of Federations, who are in the position to take those communiques to the National Assembly.
We want to thank our guests for today, Olukayode Gundari, the Vice Chairman, Nigerian Institution of Surveyors, Lagos State Branch. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on this segment.
Thank you for having me, Ma.
Thank you
very much.
We'll definitely bring you back again to educate us more on what we need to do. We'll go on this break now. When we come back, don't go away. We're still on with the program, Bomba Breakfast Show.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Well, that was a segment for the surveyors, and I hope that you enjoyed that segment. But something happened before we got that guest in. Pink Republic mentioned something in the papers this morning, and she said the Nation paper picked something on mathematics. Yes, can we have that?
So I said from one of the riders that credit in maths, according to the minister, not mandatory for arts in new admission policy.
I just wanted to scream and shout hallelujah. Mathematics showed me in school. It was like,
So
speaking in tongues.
The truth about my kind of person, I'm somebody that can sit down in a place, make fun, and you will just enjoy my company. But maths is what at the end of my paper, they will always say she's quiet, she's nice, but there's always that but in maths. Why? Because when I told the maths teacher that I don't understand, he flogged me. And I didn't like the fact that I opened up that I don't even understand what is going on. It's not Olodo. I was the head girl. What do you mean? But the truth is that it's not. I'm not assimilating what he's saying, and they will just give you one quick example.
X times.
No, the example from it was general mathematics.
Okay.
So they'll give you one quick example. Maybe it's easy to them, and they will expect you to solve 100. And you'll be wondering. So what I started doing is that I sit down very close to the window. Back there is not louvers, right? It's this wooden window. Yeah. So I purposely sat down very close. So immediately he finished with the commercial class and he's coming to art class. I'll jump off the window and I'll join my friends in school. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's the truth. I'm confessing. And then I'll join my friends in commercial class. And he'll be wondering, where is Egbe? Where is Egbe? Where is she? And I know, and the truth about the whole thing, students, we are coded, you understand? We are coded. Nobody will say anything. I'm in commercial class. So, but the truth is that I got C4. I don't even know how I arrived there. Because when I saw the whole thing in WAEC, I think for the neatness alone, they'll say you need to give it to her. In WAEC.
God just helped you cross
yes. Over. So I was just solving. Even my mates were even shocked.
It wasn't C. Was it P?
No, it's C4 actually.
F?
No, it was C4. But I don't even know how I arrived there. Because when I was going, because I knew that I do not understand the question like that.
But the truth is, it's very...
Do you know what it is that my friends were shocked? That I was head, as in my head was down and I was solving. They didn't know that I've decided I'm going to solve something.
You crammed like I did crammed.
Well, I can tell you for free that I know I got C4, but I don't know how it got there. You don't understand. When I was going to the place, I just said maybe I have F9. I will find a way because I didn't do GC. I did WAEC. So I will look for this GC maybe to mix it up. I was having that mind when I was going
because of mathematics.
Yes, and when I saw it and I was really like, oh God. So you saw me. You can answer.
I want to find out from you, Rio. All this is guy. Rio, what happened to your mathematics? Why you were in school? Don't come and give me story here.
No, I did WAEC twice now.
Because of math.
Maybe it was math, maybe it was English. I mean, I knew I did not have my credit.
We thought this was English, you were not passing. I think it's math.
No, my first WAEC was in a public school.
Okay. At the point where anyway.
No, it matters. Come on, it matters in school, man. Because first, my mathematics teacher.
I didn't pass maths well, though. I had to retake. My father insisted.
Because you did not pass well. Me, I did not pass at all. Two different things. And your father, thank God.
My father,
God will grant him long life.
You cannot come with one peep.
I think I was in
soldier, of course.
My father, you carry one kind of thing.
So I think I was in GSS 3 or thereabout when I lost my dad.
Yeah.
Apparently he was sick, maybe towards me entering secondary school. So I was the person that told my mom I want to go to public school. Two reasons.
Maybe
one,
to reduce
I was already tired of that. See my house here, see school.
Yeah, okay, you want to go somewhere very far.
I can see.
So that was number one. So that was the reason why I was pushing my mom. Let me go to public school because this school fees is expensive. And my mom was like, okay, now go to the school. So I was at that school, and mathematics always looked like Chinese language.
That's what I'm saying.
But as much as I feel like they should remove it, maths sometimes sharpens the brain.
No, there's mathematics to everything.
Tailoring,
everything. You must do calculations.
Even in that art, when you are drawing, you will calculate. You understand? But it's just that you just check. Maybe you don't make it compulsory like that. But then when we're in university, there are some borrowed courses that will not even count on our CGPA.
Yes.
But you have to pass it. Like me now, I did local government studies and administration, studying government from its grassroots. But then they took us to pharmacy to go and do a course. They took us to agree to do a course, and we must pass because they believe every government have its own primary education, primary healthcare, and then you have to be vibrant in those places. Even if you don't know it, you must have ideas.
This thing is
I passed. I didn't pass at first. I got P, whatever P. And because my father is very good, when you come back from school, he takes you through mathematics. He's a very good mathematician. So if assume that he's a failure, if his child will fail the exam. They took me to one school, Agilete. My aunt's husband was the principal of that school. He's late now, may so rest in peace. I got to the school, it wasn't a boarding school. I was in shock. I thought it was a boarding school. So you are going to repeat Form 3.
Yeah.
When I got to that school, I've never lived in such a place. They rented an apartment close to the principal's. They said I shouldn't live in that luxury that is doing my head. 1 room apartment. That was when I saw clay pots physically. I've not seen that before. Clay pots. Inside the room, mat. Nothing like mat.
So because they want you to know match now, you have to sleep on the mat.
So you see, these are the pleasures.
No, one window, just one.
Is that not punishment?
My father can punish Africa.
Did they just sentence you?
So the man said,
prison in disguise.
They gave me test, and the man said, you're not supposed to be here, but I can help you so that you just take the maths and take YA, just attend. Man, when I saw punishment, nobody visited, nothing. The food I'm not used to, blah blah blah.
I still feel a lot of our parents made that mistakes, forcing us to do something that
beating, but
instead of them discovering.
I can't believe that.
Not forced. Let me confess here, I was not forced. The only place I faced challenges were the teachers. You understand? Because they did not understand that I was trained Montessori. You don't understand? And some of the time, if I say, because the first time I told my mom that they flogged me in school, she came with police. So I didn't like it because my parents were not finding it funny. Like, is it because of this small thing you can't take it? You understand? So the man flogged me for mass. I just started trying to.
If you go to this school, I went to.
No, I will not. I can't. I can't survive.
But I don't think they should scrap mathematics.
No. The only thing we need here is plus, minus, and divide. I can't be looking for S. S can't be looking for me.
It's in the market.
So they should stop. There's one that is looking like football post.
No, I don't think they
should today stop. I don't understand that thing till today.
You say they look like football post.
I don't know, but mathematics, I later realized.
I don't know if they call it square root.
No, I think it's when like you play too much, you might not know it. I'm serious.
No!
For me to
No.
We play too much and we pass
what
other
courses. Do you know my immediate elder sister took me up like and leave that thing is under pressure. You copy. What I'm trying to
They don't copy you.
No, what I'm saying is that I will
copy my father's is when I will tell you bring
going
your
to confess here. I've never said anything less than what I know. The truth about this whole thing is that if you put people under pressure, they might not learn. But you can find coping mechanism just to achieve the goal.
Now this generation of parents will find coping mechanism. Old generation
my father
you will know.
No.
The principal was wicked.
I will tell you for free.
Maybe you are speaking because of your family. Don't try it.
No, wait, hold
on. My mother is a teacher.
My sister, immediate elder sister, was telling me this thing is simple because I will confess it here. All my math assignments, it was my sisters that were doing it and they were marking in school. So when my sister said, let her teach me, let me know some formula. As she just started, as if one breeze will blow you.
You were never interested.
Exactly.
You know what you
I was busy. I can remember that day. It was super TED. If you remember in the 80s.
We have to go now.
You are telling me in the 80s. What did I want to go and do? How did I know? Why are you telling me
super
that?
Super TED. If you remember Super TED.
What is that?
I was peeping from the window. And when she asked me, do you understand? I said,
yes.
Oh. But how did you arrive here? That's when she knew that my case was different.
In my home is different.
No, you can't.
When you get back from school, you must now repeat to my dad. Military soldier. You must know it. The brain.
You first
the brain. They gave me beating for faith.
Or maybe you drive bicycle.
Boo. But now you can soup
or
everything.
you bring.
But let's go.
You bring your report card home. They can't see red biro.
I'm telling you.
They carry red biro commerce. Oh God. At a point, students started buying T-Pest.
To test their team and the right.
Now
sometimes when people
let's
well, we have to go now.
Okay, we have to.
Federal government, I don't think you need to scrap mathematics for our students. Maybe you can just change their own modules or their own style of mathematics. But mathematics helps your IQ.
Just plus or minus and divide.
Just do it. I am Ambassador Robin Emmanuel Oluwafemi. I'll see you tomorrow.
I am Barrister Pink Egbe. I will not say bye for now. Federal government, scrap it.
I don't want you to scrap it because even those that didn't go to school, the skilled people, they use mathematics, tailors, they calculate, the mechanics, they calculate, so they can just make it a bit milder for them, make it a bit mild. But mathematics, as I've suffered knowing it by myself, solving it, someone else to also try that. They should leave it. You have to suffer. Okay, we have to leave now. We have Paul Ekao in the building. Is the next segment, a sports segment. We're going to know what happened yesterday. I'm sure he's going to discuss it. Let's go. On this break, then Paul Ekao steps in for the sports segment. See you. Have a beautiful day from me.
And everybody.
playing in white. They've had their defensive frailties over this campaign. They want to try and turn things around. They've got a couple of fine players who will be causing problems, like Steve Mooney there, just getting himself the little to the squad, picked by Eric Schell for these two matches in October. Great ball over the top, a little bit too fast and furious towards Victor. Of course, also big, 6'4" nearly, just to give you an idea of, you know, the size. That's a great through ball. Victor Osimhen on his right foot gets the shot and he gets the goal. Nigeria within 3 minutes have taken the lead. A solid, slick through ball and a fantastic. Be in this position in the first place. It's been a complicated affair for them, but they were given a lifeline, well, because South Africa going into some wonderful clash of football between Nigeria and Benin in this CAF qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. If it's 1-0, then we'll go to head-to-head and away goal scenarios. If it's 2-1, the position between Nigeria and Benin, it will be decided on fair play, etc. But we'll look into that as we go. Not Raw, who's the man who's looking to try and lead his way. Here we go then. Kick-off, and Nigeria come up against Benin. Nigeria playing in Eric Schell for these two matches in October. Great ball over the top, a little bit too fast, just to give you an idea of, you know, the size. That's a great through ball. Victor Osimhen on his right foot gets the shot, he gets the goal. Nigeria within 3 minutes have taken the lead. A solid, slick through ball and a fantastic finish from the deadly striker Victor Osimhen. And the fans are already out of their seats. The musicians are making the noise. And the players are celebrating. That is the ideal start for Nigeria. That's great work from the big man Benjamin Frederick, another defender who's proving his work. Lovely touch there. Nice slick work from Adam Zakor, and he's now victory would of course send South Africa through. Ideal scenario now for Bafana Bafana.